Navigating the Nexus, a deep dive into Harari's exploration of information networks. In a world increasingly shaped by the digital realm, it's tempting to believe that information is simply a conduit to truth. But what if this seemingly straightforward notion is more complex than we realize? Yuval Noah Harari, in his book Nexus, A Brief History of Information Networks from the Stone Age to AI, invites us to question our assumptions and embark on a captivating journey through the intertwined history of information, truth, and power. Harari opens with a provocative question: how wise are we, Homo sapiens, truly? He points to the naive view of information, a perspective that equates technological advancement with greater understanding and truth. This viewpoint, he argues, is incomplete and potentially dangerous. To illustrate this, Harari dissects the popular story of Sher Ami, the heroic World War I pigeon. While Sher Ami's bravery is undeniable, Harari unveils the meticulous construction of this narrative, highlighting how it served the U.S. Army's propaganda needs. The story's enduring power, even in the face of factual discrepancies, reveals the profound influence of stories in shaping our perception of reality. The power of fiction. Harari argues that stories, even fictional ones, have played a crucial role in building human networks and shaping history. From ancient myths that bound tribes together to the national narratives that underpin modern states, stories have a unique ability to connect us on an emotional level. They can create intersubjective realities, shared beliefs that transcend individual experiences, and provide a sense of belonging and purpose. Consider the Jewish tradition's insistence that each individual should see themselves as having personally escaped from Egypt during the Exodus. This powerful narrative, even if not literally true for every individual, fosters a collective identity and strengthens the bonds of the Jewish community. The rise of bureaucracy. While stories excel at fostering social cohesion, they are not the only players in the information game. As societies expanded and grew more complex, the need for efficient information management became increasingly apparent. This led to the rise of bureaucracy, a system reliant on lists, records, and standardized procedures. Think of the vast amounts of data required to manage a modern nation-state. Tax records, budgets, and legal codes, though lacking the narrative flair of stories, form the backbone of social order. Bureaucracy, with its emphasis on documentation and impersonal rules, marked a significant shift in how information was used to maintain social order. The printing press and the democratization of information. The invention of the printing press in the 15th century revolutionized information networks. The ability to mass-produce books led to a surge in literacy and the spread of knowledge across Europe. This, in turn, fueled the rise of new ideologies and challenged traditional power structures. However, the printing press also had a darker side. The widespread dissemination of information, without adequate mechanisms for verifying its accuracy, led to the proliferation of misinformation. A prime example is the witch hunt craze, fueled in part by the mass-produced The Hammer of the Witches, a book that detailed methods for identifying and persecuting witches. This tragic episode underscores the need for critical thinking and robust fact-checking, even in an age of readily available information. The AI revolution, promise and peril. Harari argues that we are now witnessing another information revolution, this time driven by artificial intelligence. AI's capacity to process vast datasets and learn from experience has the potential to solve some of humanity's most pressing problems. However, Harari cautions that this immense power comes with significant risks. One of the most pressing concerns is the potential for AI to exacerbate social division and undermine democratic discourse. Algorithms designed to maximize user engagement often prioritize sensational content, leading to the spread of misinformation and the creation of echo chambers. This was tragically evident in the role of social media algorithms in fueling ethnic violence in Myanmar in 2016. Harari further explores the potential for AI to manipulate our emotions and even challenge our sense of agency. Imagine a chatbot so sophisticated that it can form seemingly genuine relationships with millions of people. What happens when such a chatbot uses its influence to promote a particular ideology or political agenda? The line between persuasion and manipulation becomes increasingly blurry. Navigating the Nexus. Nexus, a brief history of information networks from the Stone Age to AI, is a compelling exploration of how information has shaped our past and how it might influence our future. Harari urges us to move beyond both the naive view that equates information with truth and the populist view that sees information solely as a weapon. Instead, he advocates for a more nuanced understanding of information networks, one that acknowledges the complex interplay between truth and order. He challenges us to think critically about the algorithms that shape our digital landscape and to actively participate in shaping the future of information networks. The choices we make today, he argues, will determine whether AI leads to a more enlightened world or a dystopian future.